There we go. All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this works. Yo,
Hello.
yes, it worked. How are you?
Yes, it worked this time. I'm so sorry. Technical difficulties.
I know. I'm like kind of computer illiterate. I'm Drew. It's good to see you again.
Hey,
Uh,
good to see you.
last time we chopped it up was at Y100 Jingle Ball, so it has been a hot minute.
Yeah,
You there?
a minute. Quite a
Yeah.
minute. Quite a minute.
Yeah. How's this whole house arrest process been for you? It feels like we all are kind of here on house arrest, right?
Yeah, luckily we don't have to have our freedom taken away though. So, but it's still kind of one of those situations. I'm definitely honestly I'm kind of a social isolator normally, I think. So, I'm kind of chilling. I like being in my house and kind of in my own energy. I've been working a lot on my music and just kind of locking in, organizing, working out, just doing, some more stuff for myself, I guess, and not being so on the run.
I love it. I like. Are you bored like the rest of us? Because the rest of us feel like celebrities really don't get bored. Is that true?
Do y'all get bored? I mean, I feel we're all just people at the end of the day,
Yeah.
but I get bored, but like I definitely get bored. I mean, shit. Some of the days I've spent like on my couch doing absolutely nothing, which is just I would be lying if I said I was productive every single day.
Yeah.
But I honestly like I have a lot to do. I don't know if boredom is really like allowed because if I'm
Yeah.
bored, then I have other stuff to do. But I also let myself be bored. It just depends on how I'm feeling.
You kind of have to. That's how you let your creative juices start flowing.
Exactly. The boredom
You're
just flow.
quarantined here in 305, right?
Yeah, I'm in Miami.
I love it. And I saw it yesterday. I was kind of watching your live. You went to my favorite ice cream spot, Wall's Ice Cream.
Oh my God, you like the
Yo,
walls?
that is my jam right there. When you
Dude,
said
they're
that, I'm like,
so
oh,
good. Oh my God, that's such a Miami thing though. Like nobody really knows what's up.
I know, I know. Is there?
Um,
So you have like, I'm sure you've met a lot of people. You've been doing this for a long time. Of course, now you're doing your solo thing, but you're with the Harmony Forever. If people were to hit you up, like maybe a celeb or one of your friends, and they're like, "Hey, I'm in Miami for the weekend. I want to do like real Miami stuff." Where would you kind of tell them to go? I mean, Wall's Ice Cream is obviously a staple here in Miami, but anywhere else that like not the touristy stuff, like the real Miami stuff.
the real Miami stuff, dude. Honestly, quarantine hit before I was able to adult Miami. Like, I wasn't really. I would go to the beach. Like, I know that's whatever and that's touristy, but like, I really do love the beach. So I would take them probably to like um El Farito, like just like out
Okay,
there. And I think probably just like to my parents' house and cook them like a home cooked meal, like a Cuban
there you go.
uh,
Are you
situation.
quarantined with your parents now, or friends, or
I'm in my apartment, which it's just me by myself.
okay?
Um, and then my sister comes over a lot, and I go kind of like back and forth between my parents' house and here,
Got it.
because
So
they're
you
really
guys,
close by. So
you guys are all kind of quarantined together. Is there nobody else is in your circle? Because like for me, it's like my parents, and like that's kind of all that's in my circle. Like I won't be around my friends. Like it's so weird. When's the last time that you kind of went out in public? Was it to Walls?
I just went to go charge my car.
Did you? Okay. Well, I guess
Yeah,
that's in public, but you can
that
do
was
that from
that
home,
was
right?
just now. So
Oh, okay. Are
technically
you?
that's public, but I didn't go outside. But yeah, Walls was the last time yesterday. I got some Walls ice cream.
Got you. So you've been really doing this
But
quarantine thing.
even they have like in the sidewalk and stuff, they have like it taped out and stuff. So
Really?
yeah, so you
What?
can't go past the 6 foot line. You have to be like in your little square.
Dude, I literally haven't like been out at all. Like I've ordered everything in from Publix, the whole nine. Matter of fact, I just ordered a pub sub for the first time in like months the other day.
Go off.
Yeah, I haven't like done anything. It's so weird, but it seems like we're slowly getting back to like normal life. Did you see like parks opened up? I know South Point Park opened the other day. I don't know if you saw it on the news. All these people went out with like no masks on and got in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of we're in a moment of a global pandemic, so I feel like it's kind of it's very telling when, I mean, I'm gonna get whatever because it's been brought up, but I feel like right now is not really the time for us to just kind of want to be doing what we feel like doing. I feel like it's really important for us to be mindful of how we can help each other, because while each of us, you know, individually may feel healthy and able to go to the park and able to be around people with no masks, there's a lot of people who, first of all, are immunocompromised, that could be compromised, that like they, it's just perpetuating the spread of whatever it is that's going on right now. And because we are in a space where there's so much misinformation and there's just so much like lying going on around about what's really going on, I think safer is better personally. So I would advise not doing that. I think it's kind of messed up also, like just in Florida, that we just haven't given people unemployment benefits at all, but we're still out here like funneling money into corporations and trying to reopen the state when like it's very obvious what needs to be done to have precautionary measures taken so that we can avoid this becoming like a second wave or avoid this becoming bigger than it is right now. But that's just my opinion.
Yo, Lauren Jauregui 2020, you have my vote. I'm just throwing that out there. You're
I
nailing it.
mean, there's people who are like there's no benefits for the homeless right now. Like, there's like an actual fund set up for the homeless. There's like $90 million in it, and like none of it's been spent, or $9 million, one of those amounts. But it's like none of it's been spent on trying to help people right now, and that's, I think, very telling of the leadership. I think that this is like a time where I'm just very pendiente of like the leadership and what they're up to and how they're spending our tax dollars. You know what I mean? I feel like we as the people, especially of Florida, we need to be electing leaders who actually care about their people and who are listening to their constituents and following through in times of crisis, especially. You know what I mean? And I feel like we're really being failed like on a federal level and a state level right now. And it's just, it's for me, it makes me want to be even more aware and even more educated when I go to the ballot this year.
Yeah.
Which you can vote from home, you can vote
Yes.
without having to go out. So get on that, figuring that out. I'm gonna get more involved with different campaigns about that too. But it's
Yeah.
just so important for us to be aware of like how our leaders are handling right now and who we want our leaders to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome that you bring up topics like that to your fan base, because I think that there's not a lot of artists that do that. And I've been watching your Instagram lives, and you really kind of go deep with people, with your fans, and your fans the same with you. I was watching the other day, this is so random, but you were talking to this girl, she had this bright purple hair. And she's talking about your like moon rocks, and this is why you're like, and they
My
just,
moon rocks.
I don't know, I don't. It's
My
like your
astrology, my
Mercury.
birth chart.
No, it was like Mercury energy. She's saying like you're chatty because of this, or I don't know, something like. But they know so much about you, and you guys connect so well.
Yeah,
I find it pretty awesome.
invested. Yeah, no, we're definitely invested in one another. It's one of the biggest blessings that I've had in my life, is having people who have stuck with me and who resonate with me as a person, and who continue to support me and allow me to you know, continue to do what I love. And I think that that's just, it's special. I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're grateful for you too. Do you have a podcast? Because I feel like you need one if you don't have one.
I don't have one yet, but I do want one. I would love to do that. The thing, my issue, I kind of want to do like a radio show. Like I want to do more like something that in like incorporates like music. Like I get to like spin and like have music playing that I just love, and then also have conversation with myself, like just babbling, and then like people coming in and out of just,
Here,
you know,
so
dropping some light gems.
absolutely. Here's what we should do. Like, just for starters, because you're from Miami, come into the Wow 100 studio.
Yes.
Co-host the afternoon show with me.
Ooh.
Do what you want to do. I'm sure if I told my boss Taylor, I'm like, hey, listen, Lauren Jauregui's gonna take over. She's gonna be like, give her the microphone.
Can I play whatever I want though, or do I have to pick from
No.
your list?
No, but you have to incorporate a lot of your music. As long as you do that, you can play whatever you want.
Okay, cool. I'll put a bunch of my stuff.
what would you play? Like, if let's say Wow 100 was your station, like what are some of the songs that you're listening to right now that like make you happy, that you're jamming out to?
Ooh, I'm listening to a lot of stuff. Okay, all of Kehlani's new drop. She has an album coming out on Friday, so I'm very excited about that. Alina Baraz's new album is really bomb. Meg and Beyonce just dropped a collab.
Yo.
It's just absurd.
So dope.
I think probably like Doja Cat is, I mean, but like her whole Hot Pink album is just incredible.
Doja Cat is a wicked
Janae
person.
Aiko for sure.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So Kalani, like you mentioned that first, and she has a new album dropping. Have you heard it? Like, do you get these albums first before they come out and be out and
I
see it?
haven't heard it. I haven't heard it. I haven't had a chance to like be with her in a studio setting where we like play each other and shit yet.
Yeah.
Also, I moved back out to Miami, and she's still in LA, of course. So we haven't really, yeah, we haven't linked up for that, unfortunately. But hopefully one day we will when it's
Yeah.
in that capacity. That'd be great.
Absolutely. That's the positive spin that I was looking for. Thank you.
That's what I do, man. I
Thank
spin
you.
shit. We spin it to the positive paradigm.
Did you ever have a first job like that, or was your first job just did you jump right into singing and being an
I
artist?
jumped right into singing, man. I was in high school when I started working. I actually had to drop out of junior year in order to start working. But yeah, singing has been my life path.
Where were you going to school?
I went to Carrollton.
Oh, really? Interesting. So you've been down here your whole life. That's so
Yeah.
super dope. Super dope. So you're
Born and raised MIA, but
MIA. Yo, we lost Don Shula the other day too. I know you know who Don Shula is, coach of the Dolphins.
Oh my gosh.
You didn't know that?
He died?
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Like, if you're really from Miami, that like really does something to you because it's like we've been watching him forever. Like the Dolphins. Are you a Dolphins and Heat fan?
I am. I am. Like, I'm definitely a Heat fan, but I'm not a fan of, like, I can't, like, claim it because I'm not like, oh, wow, yeah, I love this shit. You know what I mean? I really don't. I don't care.
Is that just sports, period, or just football?
I think that's sports, period. Yeah, like, and that sucks. I know it sucks. Like, I understand the joy it brings to a lot of people. I used to play sports. I love playing sports. Like, I was an athlete for sure. But I've never been like fanatic about watching them for some reason. Like I've just never connected like that. I like watching the like World Cup. That's fun to watch. I'll watch a championship game, like when people are winning the trophy at the end of it.
Yeah.
I'll watch that to be in communion with and in a gathering of sorts. But like I don't feel connected to anything like that.
I feel you.
I'm like a music head, like when it comes to like being fans of stuff and like. Yeah.
I can tell that for sure. Hey, let me ask you this. Speaking of watching things, are you binging things on Netflix? Like, what are you watching right now?
Binging is my middle name.
What are you watching?
Well, I finished Casa de Papel, so I'm upset about that, but it's okay. I've
Yeah.
watched like every single independent film there is
Cool.
on Netflix.
Okay.
Um, I
Tiger
think I
King.
just watched a movie called All We Know, which was insane. The platform, La Plataforma, it's incredible. All the Spanish TV is great. It's so good. And I've been watching it in Spanish, so I can I'm like, I'm working on just continuing to perfect my Spanish and just like how I communicate and how I phrase things and how like just getting more immersed in how it's like communicative Spanish. I can read and write and I can speak it and understand it perfect.
Hmm.
But like there's certain like vocabulary words and like I'm just learning a lot more in how to like express myself.
Are you learning that at a faster rate here in Miami because of the culture and yeah?
Yeah, and then I have friends who only speak Spanish that we talk all the time in Spanish and like my my family's here, so in and out of Spanish, of course. Yeah, being here for sure. Because in LA, like there's still Spanish culture, but
He's an extrovert, and he's like, bro, I'm going crazy. In talking to you, no, did we pause? In talking to you,
we're back.
it seems like you're doing okay with this whole quarantine thing.
Yeah, I'm in the middle ground. I feel like between them, where I'm like I'm good on the front of like I don't mind being alone in my house and like just having time to myself. Like it doesn't drive me crazy anymore.
Yeah.
I've come to like a really deep place of healing, I think, with myself, where I like spending time with myself and I like doing things that help me grow. So
You got a whole setup. Anybody can record from home these days. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool. That's what I was gonna ask. Like, are you gonna? So you're gonna kind of lay down ideas and put some things together, and then like maybe take that to a studio and be like, "Here's my idea. Let's re-record everything." Or are you like recording from your house and being like, "Hey, produce this"?
I'm gonna see how it comes out. I think though that I'll probably get enough of a grip on it because I have a friend who's an engineer who's just gonna come through and help me out.
Cool.
Set it up like the Pro Tools and everything, and just get like the basics down. And then I think that I'll be self-sufficient. I'm a really quick learner, bro. And like once I learn something, it's like I execute to like the fullest extent. Like that's just how I am by nature. So I'm like a little computer in that sense.
You go. Let's talk about Lento. That's your latest song that you put out, correct?
50 Feet's the latest one.
50 Feet. Okay. Well, so I spent some
But
time.
Lento like just came out soon, so they're both out in the ether.
Right. Okay. So Lento, I'm kind of obsessed with. It's just like straight Miami vibes, and I was curious, like, at what point when you heard that, were you like, I got to get this out?
Well, I wrote it. I wrote it with the writers. So it was like when we made it, it was a vibe. And then my label loved it. So that's always a really nice coincision. Is that a word, coincision? I don't think that's a word. I think I made that up.
We're making. He was there and he was DJing, he DJs. And I mean, the guy just smokes like more weed than I've ever seen anybody smoke in a city.
Ooh, I took it. So we, like, when I was in Fifth Harmony, we were doing some event. I don't even remember where the hell we were. And we were performing, and he asked us to come through to his trailer, like, to say hi and stuff. So we went and we said hello and everything. And then, like, I was with my tour manager was a dude, and he was talking to Snoop, and Snoop had his blunt in his hand, and he's like passing it to everyone. Mike Epps was there too. Yeah. So he gave it to Mike, and Mike smoked it, and then he passed it to Will. Will's the tour manager, and he was like, "No, I'm cool." And then I was right there, and I was like, "I'll take it. Like, I'll hit it. Can I hit it? Can I hit that?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course, here." So I took it and I hit it. But I took one hit of that, and I was in another galaxy, bro. Like the rest of the day, like, and I can smoke, you know what I mean? Like, I can keep up with the big dogs as far as it goes smoking. Like, I can really, I really can't hold it down. But Snoop's blunts were like another level of ness. I don't know what the hell. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the hell he's smoking on, but I was like, I took 2 hits, 2 rips. Okay, I could smoke a joint to the face, 2 rips, and I was gone.
Done data. Yeah.
Done dial, like done.
We were doing this event and it was in Wynwood and Snoop is smoking and he's bringing girls on stage and I'm hosting this thing and he's going blunt after blunt and he's just handing them to people and I mentally I made the decision. I'm like, yo, if Snoop passes me a blunt, like that's probably going to be my only opportunity.
Of course, you gotta take it. You gotta do it. You gotta jump on.
Right, and I don't smoke all the time, especially not when I'm working. I'm just waving to my bosses that are on right now. They're like, don't tell the story. But you know what? I'm just going to say, he took a break and I'm getting ready to get him off stage and he hands me a joint and I was like, fuck it.
Yep.
I'm doing it.
I don't know. Moment.
You know,
it's happening.
Yeah.
How were you?
Snoop Dogg,
how did you handle that?
I was super high. Like I don't smoke all that much. Yeah, I was like, you know, and I used to be like a functioning. I was like fine and I could smoke and it was good. And now weed is just so strong. My brother actually just moved out to Denver, and I go out to visit him every once in a while. And like weed is just like incredibly strong these days. I mean, you lived in LA for a while. It's legal out there, right?
Yeah, that's so strong.
It's just another world when you can walk into a store and just buy weed. Like it's so strange.
It is
anyway, listen, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Of course.
Whenever you're ready to take over Y100 open invite, please hit me up. We'll make it happen.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm actually gonna do that.
Yeah, and listen,
do that.
Our next interview, can we please do it at Wall's Ice Cream?
Oh fuck yes. Wait, what do you get? What flavor do you get? This is important.
You're gonna be super. This is a terrible question to ask me because I'm kind of basic.
Are you basic?
I'm a fudge brownie chocolate ice cream guy. That's it. I know. What about you?
What a waste. I get the cotton candy, man.
Cotton candy.
That shit is the best cotton candy, dude. Do you know TCBY?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. I think that's also a Miami thing. If not, like maybe just a Florida thing. But there used to be a TCBY near my house that had a cotton candy flavor. That was like my favorite ever. And then they closed it down, so I could never get it again. And then I discovered Wall's and their cotton candy flavor. And I was rejuvenated. So.
I gotta try that. I remember TCBY was like a must every time we went to the airport. It's like if we were flying out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, TCBY frozen yogurt, that's like the jam right there. Necessary.
Yeah. All right, we're done now, for real.
Be safe. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, babe. Peace.
All right, bye.
Bye.